and will continue improving through investments in network technology.
The Men of Curling calendar is back for 2024. 18 curling athletes from 4 different nations are raising money for various charities. Support them by purchasing yours today at curlingcares.com.
Today on Remembrance Day, we take a moment to stop and reflect on those who have served our nation in times of war and conflict. Our sport has long been aligned with Canada's military service since it was first introduced to Canada, and curling facilities serving as an outlet for military members and their families. We honor their courage, their sacrifices to protect our freedoms, and we will remember them. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Curling Canada Plus. It is the 2023 Canadian Mixed Curling Championship semi-final action here. We're pleased to have you join us. We've got a great game here between Saskatchewan and Nova Scotia. Saskatchewan's Sean Beecham here of the Swift Current Curling Club, having an opportunity to finish first overall, clenching that top seed and taking on the 4th seed, Paul Fleming. How did teams get here? Well, for the team from the Swift Current Curling Club, having an exceptional week all week long. They've had a lot of hometown support here within the facility. This team actually lost its opening game to this very team that is playing right now in Nova Scotia. They opened with an 8-6 loss. However, they had been perfect ever since, winning 9 games in a row, including knocking off the previously undefeated Team Manitoba in last night's final championship pool game. An 11-2 victory, as a matter of fact. So that was a huge win. And with that win, that tied Saskatchewan and Manitoba in the standings and provided the home team with the top seed. As for Nova Scotia, they did open with that win against Saskatchewan, won a couple of games. They did lose to Ontario along the way after stringing together a few other wins in the championship pool. Kind of went 2-2. They split their games. Not what they would have wanted, but they did lose some games to Manitoba as well as to Alberta last night. A win would have provided them 2nd seed. However, here they are as the 4th seed now. And then, of course, opposite of us, which you can be watching with full commentary as well on Curling Canada Plus, thanks to Curling Stadium here. You can be watching the Ontario and Manitoba game as well. So all that action and all the semifinals and all the rest of the playoffs from here on out are going to be covered for you right here on our channel. As the teams get into this right away, TJ Heikert throwing lead stones, trying to get this one just past the center guard, just clips off a little bit. Both TJ and her husband, Chris, they have been a huge part of the organization of this event with the organizing committee. They have a lot of pride in being able to bring this event to their home city and really show off what's been an excellent facility so far. Was leaving last night, and they were just on their way out as there continued to be a A lot of curlers upstairs laughing, enjoying some jokes and some drinks. And I know they really wanted to be part of that, but they had a game to play here at 10 a.m. So Saskatchewan with Hammer. Plenty out in front, but they are also sitting shot stone. Trying to get by this center guard. Lots of room just to get by. Now they're trying to finish this off. Schaefer and Heikert switching over to the same side, trying to bring that over as much as they can. Luke Saunders connecting with a couple and clears that out. Gets them both out. Luke, great shot. He made his first appearance at the 2023 Brier. Son to the legendary Colleen Jones, who was just sweeping that stone. It's father and mother and son, rather, competing together. But Saskatchewan still has that shot stone available. And Team Meacham plays that nice and aggressive. They sink one in right beautifully behind all the center guards. Kelly Schaefer getting into the hack. Schaefer, the safe places manager for the city of Swift, current. Very prominent Scottish curler, represented Great Britain at the Olympics. Made the move to Canada after competing at a world championship that was right here in Swift Current and has called it home ever since. Now amongst the final four teams here and has a chance to add another international accolade to her list that just goes on and has a chance to represent Canada. She competed at her first 2023 Scotties Tournament of Hearts just last year. And this is Marley Powers. Engaged to Luke, who is on the sweep. They get it by the center. Connects with one, hits it just a touch thick. Saskatchewan with Hammer, good opportunity too hidden behind. Trying to bring this over as far as they can. That one's really nicely behind cover. That is not accessible. Paul Fleming, 55-year-old skip out of Halifax. Seafood restaurant owner, so when Harbor Fish and Fries is going over the summer and during the season, keeps busy, and then once it closed down, well, that's curling season, so it works out great for him. Fleming's curled in 10 Briers in his career. Earned a silver medal in 2005. That was at Edmonton when he was third for Sean Adams. Playing the run back. They connect. That goes a little bit to the outside, though. So there's no real draw path for Saskatchewan here, who does have last rock. So Saskatchewan's going to try and open things up here for their last by running this yellow back and doubling them out. Waiting. Chris Heikert connects with one, they get both. Blocks off that draw path now, but it does leave a red stone available for Saskatchewan to promote should it want. And it also forces Nova Scotia to a different path on the ice here. This side of the sheet has not really been touched too much at the beginning of this end. Nova Scotia needs to sink this one in. Paul Fleming. Both Saunders and Jones trying to bring this one over. Falls to the back eight. Pretty good spot, but I think with some light tap weight here, certainly accessible for Saskatchewan. Been the stars of the show all week here. The bleachers are full. Upstairs looks to be nice and full. Everyone's ready for a great day of curling here. So we get the semifinals underway. Gold medal and bronze medal games. Those will be later on today at 2 p.m. or 2:30 p.m. local time here in Saskatchewan. So here it is, last rock, first end. Opportunity to get two. Schaefer calling hard on the line. Heikert, can he hold it? They sneak it by. Now TJ finishes it, and Saskatchewan scores 2 to begin this game. Great deuce from Saskatchewan. We'll take a break. We'll be back after this.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for
Here is what cowboy dreams are made of. Strong, calloused hands, open skies, the smell of leather and horses and sagebrush. It's getting off the road to explore, a chance to have a real Western experience. Hats, boots, and hard work. It's finding peace while connecting to the land and with those on the same adventure. Pull up a seat or get in the saddle in our living skies and Badlands. Saskatchewan.
Welcome back. Second end action that you have been enjoying here of this semifinal game. Saskatchewan with a great deuce to open things up with the hammer, about everything that they could have asked for. We have 4 teams on the ice, all with the chance one of them will win gold at the end of this weekend, or at the end of today, as a matter of fact. Last time Saskatchewan has won a Canadian mixed curling championship, you have to go back to 2015, won by a skip named Mac Kirkpatrick, curled out of the Swift Current Curling Club. He was with Jolene Campbell as vice skip, and then this front end sweeping 2 duo that you see right here, Chris and TJ Heikert, they were part of that team as well. So that front end has been here before. They know what it's like to win this event and want to get back to that. And for Nova Scotia, you have to go back all the way to 2010. Mark Dacey was skipping that team. Marley Powers, Planning and Logistics Manager with Nova Scotia Health Redevelopment. Played a lot of varsity volleyball with the Dalhousie Tigers. Won 2 Atlantic University sports titles. Played 2 in CIS championships. She runs that one back nicely. Doesn't quite lock that Nova Scotia stone on for shot, though, and rolls off a little bit to the outside. Brooms off. Need that to just lock on. Good shot. So Powers coming down to take a closer look at this. Sometimes as a player, it always helps to come actually just see what's down at the other end of the house, just to see what you're dealing with, where exactly you need to hit a stone. So if Nova Scotia hits this just a little on the Broom side, double is definitely there. Great shot from Nova Scotia. So this is Sean Meacham's first. He actually didn't skip this team at the provincial championship. Colton Flash did, and was scheduled to play alongside this team. However, Flash is curling with Mike McEwen this year. That team has been on the cusp of making a few slam events and some other major events, so they've been focusing on making a hard push to earn those points needed to get into that level of the events for the rest of the season. Also, of course, have a strong showing at the Saskatchewan Provincial Championships. All the men's teams in Saskatchewan will be gunning hard for that provincial title this year, with the 2024 Montana's Brier in Regina. Great shot from Sean Meacham. Puts it right on the button. But now a chance for Nova Scotia just to tap it back a touch and they can get shot. They don't need too much weight here. They want to make sure that that red count shot stone right now will remain around for some backing. So here comes Saunders with the sweep. Jones curling it over. They clip it. They get a slight outside roll. So it could be a good opportunity to force. As Saskatchewan throws its last, looking for a hit and roll over, want to punch that yellow over that's behind the red as far as it can. No broom down, lots of weight thrown. Solid shot. That's really buried now. That's going to be hard to get at if you're Nova Scotia. And they're going to look at this yellow run back, so the yellow directly into the red that is sitting on the button. Opportunity to score 2. Yellow is mostly open. That one corner closest to the center line side is maybe a bit covered, but you don't really need that for this shot. Try and get close to nose. They don't need too much weight at this based off of the ice that they're giving. All right, so last shot of the second end. Paul Fleming in Nova Scotia looking to get 2 back. Colleen Jones trying to carve this over. They connect. They're just over the face though, so that is a steal of 1 for Saskatchewan, who takes a 3-0 lead. We'll be back for the third end after this.
I've been raised on the farm since day one, so I was born into it. My grandfather came in here in 1905. I want to continue the farm for him and generations to come. So
I think it's a privilege that we get to be here. It's just a wonderful way of life.
You know, what job is there that you can go to work with your dad and brother, with your kids by your side? Doesn't get much better than that.
Everything I've worked for, everything I've sacrificed, has led to this. It's out of your hands now. All the gold medals in the world can't help you now. You could throw the perfect rock and still miss, but it just takes one. You leave it all out there on the ice to leave behind a legacy.
Welcome back to the 2023 Canadian Mixed Curling Championship. Saskatchewan off to a great start in this game. Currently leads 3-0 after scoring 2 in the opening end with a great shot from Saskatchewan, and then a equally great one by skip Sean Meacham to end that one, making a hit and roll over, really burying it shot stone behind coverage. It forced Nova Scotia into playing a bit of a tricky raise. And while they were close, they just sent it across the face of that shot stone. Didn't quite touch it. So here we are, Saskatchewan up 3-0. The woman in the hack right now is someone who needs no introduction, of course. That is Colleen Jones, 21 Scotties Tournament of Hearts appearances, 6 Canadian championships, 2 Women's World Curling Championships. She's won a Canadian Seniors, won a World Seniors, now looking for a Canadian Mixed to add to her incredible resume. She curled at this event in 1993. It was in Swift Current. She was pregnant at the time with her son, Luke. Now who is curling with her here at this event in Swift Current? It is her son, Luke. So it's really come full circle. And I know that this is a memory that they're really cherishing as Luke grows and carves his own path in his own curling career. Chris Heikert trying to get right up to the stone that Nova Scotia just threw, and they corner freeze that. Nova Scotia with hammer. So Paul will ask Luke to try and make a pass at this shot stone that's definitely accessible. It's peeking out that center guard side. And now they're looking more at the draw. Just taking some more ice and just freeze onto that shot stone right now. holding this. They need to keep this off that center guard, but they just clip off. Great opportunity. Saskatchewan makes no issue with that. Hits and rolls over just to the other side. That's one lonely Nova Scotian stone. Fleming and Saunders, teammates here, curl competitively against each other in the men's. It was two young teams that were actually competing in the Nova Scotia provincial men's final. Luke Saunders playing with Matt Manuel, a team that a skip that he had played juniors with. They'd actually competed together the 2013 Canadian Juniors. Won a bronze medal that year. Now Nova Scotia sitting 1-2. Nova Scotia pretty comfortable to make a little noise here. There's a lot of red granite here. Kelly Schaefer slides down all the way down and connects with everything. What a great shot. Kelly Schaefer, curled at the Olympics for Great Britain. Curled in every discipline possible in at the Scottish Nationals and won that. Everything from women's, juniors, mixed doubles, pairs, mixed, you name it, she's done it. And has been a great addition to Robin Silvernagel's team on the women's circuit. They broke through once again last year, represented Saskatchewan at the event in Kamloops, British Columbia in 2023. Marley Powers answering with a great draw. Thought Saskatchewan was looking at the run back, but that is a little risky with that center guard right there. 3 up, so Saskatchewan can try and get another one in, try and get a force. That will certainly be the mindset for the team in green. The Hikerts sweeping this as far as they can. They need to get every inch out of this. They get around the center. Leaves it a little high, but it does close that port a touch. That high yellow center definitely in the way of coming in through that side. So the discussion now, Nova Scotia looking to play the hit and roll off of that shot that is just wide on the outside 12 on the right-hand side of the sheet. That one looks to be probably second shot. So if they make the move on this, they're going to be 1, 2, and 3, which is a good place to be for Nova Scotia. Clips off it, rolling it back. Got to get it back as far as they can. Beautiful shot from Nova Scotia's Marley Powers. Yeah, so just like that, Nova Scotia sitting 1, 2, and 3. And that draw path just doesn't look to be there because of that one corner guard. Definitely nothing that Saskatchewan really feels the need to want to flirt with right now. So looking at the Rays on that one red on the right-hand side. This team was just outside of the playoffs last year at the event in Prince Albert. So this is already a step forward, finishing as the top seed. However, I doubt the team will be content in just finishing with that kind of momentum as we head into the final day of the 2023 Canadian Mixed Curling Championship. So, late run back. Does Saskatchewan have the touch? Sweeps close, on and off. Wonderful shot. That was a well-executed shot from Sean Meacham, who has not missed too much this game. Hard to tell exactly whose shot stone right now is close. I might even give it to Nova Scotia here. I think Marley Powers agrees. So Nova Scotia will play the in-off for a hit and roll here. They'll need to just clip that stone just to get a lot of movement. So here it comes, Nova Scotia's first of this end. Trying to get it over. Yeah, they hit that just off the nose. Not enough, though. So Saskatchewan checking out the options. That rock that was just thrown by Nova Scotia is certainly the danger rock, as Nova Scotia has a few options to play off of that. Hit and roll is the call after some discussion. So in the hack, Saskatchewan changes up the shot. They're being mindful of those yellow counters that are at the depths in the 12-foot. This is the safer option. Hitting, rolling, so now Saskatchewan sits first and second, or gets rid of that second, rather. So Nova Scotia will try and ricochet off of this Yellowstone that it just threw, redirect it into the house and have a shot for potentially two. Certainly not an easy shot, but makeable for Paul Fleming and Nova Scotia on their last. Trying to get back into this with a deuce. Waiting, waiting, waiting. Oh, and he's just over the top. And that's unfortunate because in an end where it looked like they would have at least got one, it's another steal for Saskatchewan as it takes a 4-0 lead now after the third end. We'll be back after this.
We're for agriculture, for growers, doers, whatever it takers. We're for doing things with purpose. We're for the little guy with big guy dreams. We're for agriculture. We're for you. Nutrien Ag Solutions, leading the field.
This is it. It all comes down to this rock. The hours in the gym, the weeks away from my family. This is what I've been training for. And all those voices trying to tear me down, I'm here to silence them. We've given everything we have for a chance to get everything we want.
The Men of Curling calendar is back for 2024. The Men of Curling calendar is back for 2024. 18 curling athletes from 4 different nations are raising money for various charities. Support them by purchasing yours today at curlingcares.com.
We're back at the 2023 Canadian Mixed Curling Championship. This game has just not been going Nova Scotia's way. Nova Scotia with an opportunity that last end to try and get its deuce and get back into it. Didn't get the curl it needed enough. Off a little in-off attempt or ricochet attempt. Hits it a little too thick, and instead it actually taps the Saskatchewan team up for another single point. So Saskatchewan off to a great start in this first half of the game, leading 4-0. The offensive setup is on. Colleen Jones throwing a corner guard, a close one. Now she'll throw a higher one. 2 good stones from TJ Heikert. Top button, top 8, all in line. So Jones coming down to talk some strategy with Paul, how they want to approach this end. Not often you see a lead come out to talk strategy at this point, but with a resume like Colleen's, I think you take that advice and warrant it for sure. She knows a thing or two about curling. So it is double corner guards. Chris Heikert, Swift Current Fire Department captain, also general manager here at the Swift Current Curling Club. So as mentioned before, he's had a lot of involvement in making sure that this event has gone off without a hitch and has been the success that it is. It's a 4-time Canadian firefighter curling champion. Most recent accolade, 2023 World Police and Firefighter Games gold medalist. Nova Scotia around that center. Clips it, but will this one stick in the house? No, so it pushes it over behind those corner guards. So now both those rocks, well, the center one's still a little bit exposed for sure. But Saskatchewan with last rock, and looked at removing the corner, but instead they've got 2 rocks that are placed really nicely in the house. So they'll throw another tight guard. Locks that one on. Run double. Trying to bring this over. Just wide, but it does remove the side red that was in play. Saskatchewan was considering playing the guard, but also in a position they're 4 up. They've untimely miss there coming from Schaefer. They were trying to peel that corner guard, so this does present now an opportunity for Nova Scotia. It's the right call by Saskatchewan for sure. Could have played the center guard, protected their own, but they are 4 up. They've developed quite the lead. They don't need any Nova Scotian stones in play. So now Nova Scotia is going to hit and roll. Get both moving. Bring the roll over. That really opens up the house. So Schaefer gets another opportunity. They're not going for the stone in the house. They're going for that corner guard. Chris Heikert holding it. They get that peel. And they also get a beautiful roll to the side of the house as well. Great call, and that was a great bounce back shot for Kelly Schaefer after flashing that first one to find a way to get rid of that one close guard, which was doing, I'd say, the most harm for this team, or would have been the most dangerous rock in play for this team from Nova Scotia. So that's removed, and then also turned it into something great where they were able to sit second shot. Nova Scotia 1 and 2 after this draw. But the double looks to be set up. They would have liked that one to sit a little bit more level and even with the one that is in the 8-foot. So here comes Saskatchewan's first in this 4th end. Looking for the double. Can they get rid of both? One. They'll touch it. Still leaves it in play, but Saskatchewan sitting 1 and 2. There's discussion now amongst this team. They certainly need to play on these two stones. Hit a little bit of that red stone. It'll connect with the one that's more to the outside of the house. It'll definitely knock that one out. Spill the other one out the other way. It shouldn't impede on that back yellow at all. Nova Scotia needs to get a couple out of this end. And that will begin with this shot here from Nova Scotia. Paul Fleming, Sounders down on the sweep. All the way. Oh. No luck at all for this Nova Scotian team. Over curling. Just hitting way too much of that intended target. Sends it straight back instead, and now leaves Saskatchewan with an opportunity to sit three, and that's just been kind of the way that this day has been going for the team from Nova Scotia. DJ Heikert curls that one over. They hit roll out, but that's okay. They didn't really need that one sitting around. Sets up the draw for Nova Scotia as they will try and take their single and get rid of this cursed hammer that has just been hard for them to orchestrate anything more than a two. Just some tough luck from the team this week or today. Brooms aren't down on this one. Sweepers stop at the hog line. It's got to stop. It's got to stop. And I think it stops for shot. They'll take a look. Yeah, kick the rocks away. So Nova Scotia will take one in that end. Saskatchewan now with a 4-1 lead at the fourth end break. Teams will take a break, and so will we. We'll be back after this.
Something new and interesting is always just down the highway here. Find hidden gems grown from the ground up. Hidden gems that can surprise you at every turn. Get a taste for the beauty that thrives in a place where we are given space to grow. Get curious in our prairie life and city lights. Saskatchewan.
When you buy a lottery ticket in Saskatchewan, your money really goes a long way. More than 12,000 sport, culture, and recreation groups receive funding from Sask Lotteries every year. With Sask Lotteries, everyone wins.
The Men of Curling calendar is more than a date provider. Each edition is packed with beautiful images and tons of curling information too. Support curlers and charity by buying yours today at curlingcares.com.
Swift Current is great because everybody that we do business with, we know on some sort of personal level.
What I love about Swift Current is the vibrant arts and culture community.
I really like Swift Current. We are not a big city, but the size of the city is really good and we have everything.
Swift Current is a great sports town, great teams and great fans.
People say, good morning, hi, how are you, even though we don't know each other.
We asked Saskatchewan what they know about 5G.
More speed, more innovation.
It's gonna make our lives a whole heck of a lot easier.
This is what 5G looks like.
Better, faster.
Sounds like one more G. Sounds pretty good.
I don't know what it means.
All you really need to know is the future of 5G is here and will continue improving through investments in network technology.
The Men of Curling calendar is back for 2024. 18 curling athletes from 4 different nations are raising money for various charities. Support them by purchasing yours today at curlingcares.com.
'23 Canadian Mixed Curling Championship semifinal games. Nova Scotia's Team Sean Meacham, or Saskatchewan's Team Sean Meacham, rather, up against Nova Scotia's Team Paul Fleming. Saskatchewan taking the hammer now after Nova Scotia getting at single on a draw. And Nova Scotia opening with a high center guard without the last rock now. Been a bit of a frustrating game for this team from Nova Scotia. They've been efficient and among the top of the class all week, but today just haven't quite been able to put things together. Plenty of shots still being made, but few key misses when it matters most. And that's left this team from Halifax a little bit behind the 8 ball in this second half of the game. TJ Heikert works as an RN at the Cypress Regional Hospital in Swift Current. She grew up in Bigger, the same community as Sandra Schmerler. Has always looked up to her as a curling hero. She also has fond memories of when Sandra's parents, Art and Shirley, would come by the rink when all the junior age activities were going on, and they'd bring an ice cream pail of cookies for everyone. Is Nova Scotia happy with this start? They've got a little bit of everything to come and hide behind. Need to curl this over. They got to try and get it under cover. They do. A little deep though it is behind the tee line, but that won't matter too much right now as Saskatchewan, Chris Heikert will run this yellow back, try and clear some of this junk that's accumulated out front. So there's the peel, almost got the double peel. If there was ever a competitor who could wily their way back into a game, I wouldn't put it past Paul Fleming. I've seen him go on some pretty incredible runs in his career and be down but never out, especially in this game, and especially with 5 rock rule and no tick zone now applied in these games. Does give the teams plenty of opportunity to create some offense. Another peel, one that jams on the other, so it leaves that yellow Nova Scotia stone up in the guard zone. Gold, silver, and bronze will all be determined later today at the Canadian Mixed. 2:30 p.m. Both of those games will be live on Curling Canada Plus, available for streaming. So they make that guard. Now Kelly Schaefer rocks are a little more close together. Certainly eliminates or increases the chance of making the double peel. However, that one yellow on the center line likely going to ricochet down, and it could potentially connect with that redstone as well and actually tap it up into the house. Here it comes. One. Oh, and they're just under. Such a close shot. Another guard, but this one just hits the brakes. So that leaves things really open now. There's definitely a port there. Here comes Kelly Schaefer's second. This is the last of the third stones. Playing it through the port. Through, and they connect. Trying to roll it out as far as they can. Great shot from Saskatchewan. Great awareness from Saskatchewan to also make sure that that shot stone, or the stone that was just thrown, they were able to sweep it well out. They didn't want to leave it behind that center guard. Just give Nova Scotia any type of opportunity to freeze to something that's not ideal at this point in the game. Trying to hide it behind that center line guard. They do a pretty good job, but it's still a little exposed. Look for backline weight from Saskatchewan on this one. It'll be that kind of weight that'll just allow it's a little bit of discussion, but I don't think the call changes too much. Thought they tightened up the ice a touch, but I think this will be close to the same weight. Little up, looks to be about board weight. They want to get just a little roll to the outside. Chris Heikert on the side of the curl, trying to keep it straight. Clips it, rolls out. And Saskatchewan sitting 3. That's a great position for this team to be in with one more rock to play, as this could really put Nova Scotia in some trouble. They need to make near perfect shot here, otherwise Saskatchewan could be scoring a bundle. Oh, they need this to. They're trying to clip. No, it's heavy and it's by everything. It doesn't sit for first, second, or third. And just like that, another big opportunity for Saskatchewan. It's the second time Fleming has had a draw like that. Last end is draw for 1. It just stuck to the back of the house at the back 12 for Saskatchewan, or for Nova Scotia to score the 1. Struggles with the ice today for this Nova Scotian team. But the hometown team from the Swift Current Curling Club receiving all the flowers for this one, and they're about to get some more. Counting 3 for sure. Sweepers backing off this one. So it stops, and that will be another score of 4 for Saskatchewan to take an 8-1 lead after this 5th end. What a turn of events. We'll be back right after this for the next end.
When you buy a lottery ticket in Saskatchewan, your money really goes a long way. More than 12,000 sport, culture, and recreation groups receive funding from Sask Lotteries every year. With Sask Lotteries, everyone wins.
Something new and interesting is always just down the highway here. Find hidden gems grown from the ground up. Hidden gems that can surprise you at every turn. Get a taste for the beauty that thrives in a place where we are given space to grow. Get curious in our prairie life and city lights. Saskatchewan.
Everything I've worked for, everything I've sacrificed, has led to this. It's out of your hands now. All the gold medals in the world can't help you now. You could throw the perfect rock and still miss, but it just takes one. You leave it all out there on the ice to leave behind a legacy.
Here is what cowboy dreams are made of. Strong, calloused hands, open skies, the smell of leather and horses and sagebrush. It's getting off the road to explore, a chance to have a real Western experience. Hats, boots, and hard work. It's finding peace while connecting to the land and with those on the same adventure. Pull up a seat or get in the saddle in our living skies and Badlands. Saskatchewan.
We're going to have to try a little bit more. All right, Jerry, no luck, so I'm ready to get counted in whenever. Welcome back. 8-1 lead for Saskatchewan's team, Sean Meacham. Looking poised and ready to book its spot into the gold medal game. And a combination of some really great shot making from Saskatchewan, just combined with some tough luck from Nova Scotia as well. A few misses that really weren't that far off, that really could have changed the course of this game. This Nova Scotia draw really wide of the house. Just doesn't quite hit the brakes as Sean Meacham will sweep that through. So they get the peel. We're in our final day of this Canadian Curling Championship, but there's still lots of more curling to come. Right here on Curling Canada Plus as well. We, of course, have the 2023 Everest Canadian Curling Club Championships. A little bit over a week away, or just about a week away now at this point. November 19th to 25th, that'll be at the Assiniboine Memorial Curling Club in Winnipeg. The 2023 Everest Canadian Senior Curling Championships in beautiful Vernon, British Columbia at the Vernon Curling Club. That will be, all those events will be available for streaming on Curling Canada Plus. This event here brought to you by Curling Stadium, bringing you streaming of all the sheets. You can watch every end, every game, every shot. They'll also be joining us in Vernon. Four-ender in this game helped out Saskatchewan a lot. It was also a four-ender last game as well for this team that really helped put them over the edge. They had a big game against the previously undefeated Team Manitoba. They had opened up the game with a score of 4, also had a score of 5 in the 6th end, which ended the game. So this Saskatchewan team has been scoring in bunches and scoring often. They look to be potentially the team to beat as we head into the gold and bronze medal games later today. Peeling out the corner guard. But they hit that on the nose. This may be a slight opportunity here for Nova Scotia. Marley Powers will draw behind that corner guard that's been left up by Saskatchewan. Rooms aren't down. Schaefer right at the tee, taking this back as far as she can. Sinks to the back 12. So Saskatchewan sitting 1 and 2. Looking for a way to unlock this yellow one. So right now, if you're Nova Scotia, you like where that one shot is sitting. First of the skip stones. Meacham trying to pick this out. Ooh, they were looking at running that back. They miss. So now there's some opportunity for Nova Scotia, and that one in the back 12. Nova Scotia would love to have this counting. It's a tall task, 7 down with 3 ends to play, but Nova Scotia's up for it. We'll play their yellow back into its own. So Saskatchewan without Hammer. Really just looking to limit whatever opportunity Nova Scotia can get. Needs this one to curl over. Trying to connect with it as much as they can. They just miss that one at the back. And so this is a great response from Nova Scotia. They're going to have a shot for 3. Great opportunity for Paul Fleming and his team. Last shot, 6th end. Nova Scotia striking back. Short little raise. They finish it, and that's 1, 2, and 3 for Nova Scotia. They'll have the lead to 8-4. We'll take a break with the 7th end. That'll be coming up right away after this.
Here is what cowboy dreams are made of. Strong, calloused hands, open skies, the smell of leather and horses and sagebrush. It's getting off the road to explore, a chance to have a real Western experience. Hats, boots, and hard work. It's finding peace while connecting to the land and with those on the same adventure. Pull up a seat or get in the saddle in our living skies and Badlands. Saskatchewan.
When you buy a lottery ticket in Saskatchewan, your money really goes a long way. More than 12,000 sport, culture, and recreation groups receive funding from Sask Lotteries every year. With Sask Lotteries, everyone wins.
The Men of Curling calendar is more than a date provider. Each edition is packed with beautiful images and tons of curling information too. Support curlers and charity by buying yours today at curlingcares.com.
Great end for Nova Scotia, who is coming back into this game. They have that lead after scoring 3. So they're doing everything they can to ensure that they have a chance to get at this. Really couldn't have asked for a better response after giving up the 4. TJ Heikert making a play on this. That guard is not touching the center line, so it is tickable. And tickable it is, so one of the new rules introduced this year for all national championships is that no tick rule. Should any rock fall onto the center line, it cannot be touched. However, that one didn't quite make it over, so TJ Heikert was able to make that play. Guard zone over though, so Chris Heikert peels that one away. Certainly not a misstep from Saskatchewan earlier on in the last end, but Nova Scotia did play a great end, and it's just been kind of a trend of their play. They had been so close, just an inch here or there was truly the difference in giving up a couple of those steals that Saskatchewan was able to start this game with. So now with that, Nova Scotia will go hard without the hammer, and they really need to set up steals now. Still down by 4. That 3-ender certainly helped. They peel, but that Nova Scotia stone jams. Marley Powers. Looking at a lot of nice yellow options up front. 2 in the top 12, 1 on the center line. Nova Scotia looking to complement all of that with another one tucked behind that center guard, top 4. That's a great shot from Powers. Schaefer connects with one, opens things up. Halfway guard will be the play. These guards can be tricky to do sometimes. Can't be too far away, you can't be too close. You especially have to be wary of the line. Seeing a lot more sweeping on the same side from sweepers. Mother-son duo, both on that curl side, trying to get it over as much as they can. There's a little exposed. Playing the double. A little bit to roll on top, but not quite there. They would have liked to have maybe corner froze that one even. So everything's set up pretty nicely here for Nova Scotia. They're going to attempt to help out, put another one into play. Both brooms down, trying to bring this as far into the house as they can, trying to get around that top four. Just kind of screeched to a halt. Must have kissed off of that other rock. I think they're looking at if they can hit what they see of that yellow that's exposed. Both of them should spill out. Shooter should stick around, and Saskatchewan could be sitting 2 after this. So Saskatchewan's first of the 7th end. Hard, are they by the center? Wonderful shot from Saskatchewan. Takeout for Paul Fleming. They clip it, they roll out, going to try and roll to the wing as much as they can. So it's a hit for 1 for sure. One, maybe 2. I don't quite know what's happening at the edge of those 12s. Both rocks look pretty close, but most important thing for Saskatchewan and Saskatchewan curling fans to know is that they'll be getting at least 1 should they make this hit and stay. No broom down. Hits it right on the nose, no problem. Just clip that out, so there's no question now. And that brings handshake. So a 9-4 victory for the hometown team from the Swift Current Curling Club. That team will be playing in the gold medal game later today at 2:30 p.m. Congratulations to Team Sean Meacham on that victory. Nova Scotia, it's not over for them. They still have a bronze medal game that will also be happening at 2:30 p.m. They'll face, of course, the winners and the losers of the opposite semifinal between Ontario and Manitoba, which you can watch still right now on Curling Canada Plus. Until then, though, we will have gold medal game coverage for you, as well as the bronze medal game coverage coming up at 2:30 p.m. local time in Saskatchewan later today. Thank you all for joining, and we will see you then.
Swift Current is great because everybody that we do business with, we know on some sort of personal level.
What I love about Swift Current is the vibrant arts and culture community.
I really like Swift Current. We are not a big city, but the size of the city is really good and we have everything.
Swift Current is a great sports town, great teams and great fans.
People say, good morning, hi, how are you, even though we don't know each other.
The Men of Curling calendar is back for 2024. 18 curling athletes from 4 different nations are raising money for various charities. Support them by purchasing yours today at curlingcares.com.
We asked Saskatchewan what they know about 5G.
More speed, more innovation.
It's gonna make our lives a whole heck of a lot easier.
This is what 5G looks like.
Better, faster.
Sounds like one more G. Sounds pretty good.
I don't know what it means.
All you really need to know is the future of 5G is here and will continue improving through investments in network technology.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, Bonspiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.